The nation collectively gasped as Jeremy Clarkson, the larger-than-life broadcaster known for his sharp wit and unfiltered opinions, delivered an extraordinary tirade on live television aimed squarely at Labour leader Keir Starmer. The confrontation was electrifying, a moment so intense it felt as though the air itself had been charged with raw emotion. Viewers at home watched transfixed as the television screen became the stage for a political showdown that would dominate headlines for days. It began innocuously enough, with what was supposed to be a routine discussion on the state of British politics, yet within minutes the tone shifted dramatically. Clarkson, a man who has made a career out of courting controversy, launched into a blistering critique that left the studio in stunned silence. Starmer, who appeared via video link, initially maintained his composure, offering measured responses to the provocations. However, Clarkson's unrelenting barrage of pointed criticisms soon made it clear that this was no ordinary debate. "The Labour Party under your leadership," Clarkson declared, his voice rising, "has become a ship adrift with no course and no captain." His words hit like a thunderclap, echoing through the studio and reverberating across social media platforms within seconds. As the host struggled to maintain order, Clarkson continued, accusing Starmer of failing to connect with voters and offering what he described as hollow promises wrapped in bureaucratic jargon. The tension was palpable, not just in the studio, but in living rooms across the nation. Onlookers couldn't help but feel the weight of the moment, a visceral collision of two very different personalities and ideologies. Jeremy Clarkson, with his unapologetic bravado, represented a segment of the public fed up with political correctness and perceived ineptitude in leadership. Keir Starmer, on the other hand, embodied the calculated, methodical approach of a seasoned politician trying to navigate an increasingly polarized electorate. As the night unfolded, social media erupted with reactions. Hashtags like Clarkson v Starmer and Live It Showdown trended within minutes, drawing millions of tweets and posts. Starmer supporters were quick to condemn Clarkson's remarks, calling them an unfair personal attack designed to undermine the Labour leader at a crucial time. Meanwhile, Clarkson's fans and critics of Starmer praised the tirade as a long overdue reckoning for a politician they accused of being out of touch. Yet the drama did not end when the cameras stopped rolling. In the days that followed, Clarkson doubled down on his comments during radio interviews and online articles. "Keir Starmer," he declared in one interview, "is a man who speaks a lot but says nothing. He's leading a party that's forgotten its roots, and quite frankly, the public deserves better." The statement sparked fresh debates across news channels, with political commentators dissecting every word to uncover its deeper implications. Was Clarkson genuinely frustrated with the state of British politics, or was this an elaborate ploy to boost his own media relevance? For Starmer, the fallout was equally significant. While his team attempted to downplay the incident as a sideshow, cracks began to emerge within the Labour Party. Some MPs privately expressed frustration, questioning whether their leader had adequately defended himself in the face of such a public challenge. Others worried that the incident would reinforce perceptions of Starmer as too reserved and cautious, a stark contrast to the fiery and impassioned leadership some voters were craving. The impact of the showdown extended far beyond the individuals involved. Outside broadcasting studios, protesters gathered with signs bearing slogans such as "Silence Clarkson" and "Leadership not lip service." Meanwhile, counter-protesters rallied in support of Clarkson's remarks, holding placards reading "Truth hurts" and "Starmer out." The clashes highlighted a growing divide in British society, one that seemed to deepen with each passing day. Political analysts took to television and opinion columns to unpack the broader significance of the incident. Some argued that Clarkson's outburst reflected frustration with the entire political establishment, not just Labour. Others suggested it was emblematic of a media landscape increasingly driven by sensationalism and personality clashes. Regardless of the interpretation, one thing was clear: this was not an ordinary television moment. It was a flashpoint that exposed deep-seated tensions in British culture and politics, forcing the nation to confront uncomfortable truths about its leaders, its media, and itself. As the dust settled, questions lingered. Would Clarkson face professional consequences for his controversial remarks, or would his celebrity insulate him from the fallout? Could Keir Starmer use this moment to galvanize his base and demonstrate the resilience of a true leader? Or would the incident become a defining symbol of his struggles to connect with the public? The answers remain uncertain, but the event itself will undoubtedly be remembered as a turning point. It was a collision of worlds: celebrity and politics, populism and pragmatism, spectacle and substance. In the end, it revealed as much about Britain's collective psyche as it did about the two men at its center. Jeremy Clarkson and Keir Starmer may have been the protagonists of this drama, but the story they created belongs to all of us. It's a story of division and unity, of criticism and defense, of a nation grappling with its identity in an era of unprecedented change. Stay with us as we unravel every layer of this extraordinary tale, exploring the motivations, the reactions, and the implications of a live television moment that shook the nation to its core.